What is going on, team? Welcome back along to 2024, where the rugby season is about to get underway here on your home of rugby. That's right, this weekend, the Six Nations competition kicks into gear, and we're only a couple of weeks away from Super Rugby as well. So let's get stuck in with our first big league of 2024. It is the Six Nations, and as you saw with the Rugby World Cup, with our massively fun and successful fantasy team competition, well, we're bringing it all back with the official Six Nations Fantasy League. Today we're going to have a look at how to build your team, how to join our league, and how to try and beat my amazing picks, which you're just not going to get close to. So let's dig in, get yourself involved, and we'll see you on the field. But first, let's find out how you can be a part of this. But just before we get involved in the Six Nations fantasy competition, a quick reminder that I will be streaming one match at least each weekend of the Six Nations live on Twitch, at least on Twitch, maybe on YouTube as well. We'll see how we go. If you want to join in and come and say hi, talk some rugby and enjoy the atmosphere of the game with a lot of other rugby fans as well, come and join us, Cornflake BTP on Twitch. Give us a follow on there, and we will see you for some rugby action each and every week. We stream there during the week as well on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays on New Zealand time. So if you like coming out, hanging, talking some rugby, talking sport, playing some games, having some fun, come and join us on there. We'll be looking at this each and every stream as well. Okay, so first things first, how do you get involved in the fantasy competition for the Six Nations? Well, it's simple. sixnations.com. That's a website. Go there. You'll see this here will be right there for you to go and see. From there, you can just scroll your little way down just a little bit to about here, where you've got Fantasy Rugby 2024. You could buy yourself a nice watch as well if you like, but we're going to concentrate on Fantasy Rugby. Click play now, and then bang, like that, you will be introduced to a way to create an account. I've already done that, so it's gone straight to my team, but you can create an account and get yourself started in the Fantasy League competition. Now, once you've done all that crappy stuff like making accounts and confusing yourself with stupid passwords like password I don't know 123 ABC, let's try something different. Oh no, that doesn't include an exclamation mark. Oh, how stupid was I? Anyway, once you've done all that crap, you'll be introduced to a screen somewhat similar to this, without all of these beautiful players in the middle of your park. Simply put, this is where you build your team. So you'll want to get started on that. But first things first, you'll want to join our league. That is the most important thing. So this is where you'll join it, and this is how you get involved with the best league in the game. You can do it one of two ways. There will be a link in the description down below the video. You can click on that and it should take you straight to joining the league. Other ways you can do it is just using this number right here. So it's League 108008. I've made it very simple for you because I had little as possible in choosing that number, but I like it. It's nice and easy, and that's what we've got. It's called Cornflake's Beast League. Why is it called that? I really don't know. We named it on stream, and what happens on stream stays on stream. We'd have a few people already joined up in the league again. We joined this up and made this on stream, so a lot of these big, loyal, hardcore guys that you're going to want to try and beat over the next 5 rounds of the Six Nations, these guys should be your target. If you can beat them, well, you're doing something right, because I probably won't, but that's irrelevant. Join the league, get involved, join these suckers, and make sure to have your team input into Cornflake's Beast League. Why? I just don't know. We're called the Super Rugby Rejects, however, and when you see the team, well, it might make sense as to why. So building your team. This is very similar to how the Rugby World Cup did their fantasy league as well. You are given a budget. You can see it up here. My budget's 0. Clap, clap for me. I spent all of my stars. What's a little star I am myself. You'll get 120 of those beautiful little striking stars. So spend them wisely and make sure you get a team that is going to perform for you. We'll have a quick look at my team that I've named here, but we are still a few days away from the teams for the weekends actually being named. So look, Already, I've had to change a couple of players who have got injured in the weekend prior to the Six Nations kicking off. So already my team is crumbling like a big cookie straight out of the sky. But you've got a budget of 120 stars. Your big key players you can see here on the left straight away with no filters. Guys like James Lowe, Damien Pinot are going to cost you the most amount of money because they are typically the guys that should score you the most amount of points. Names following on: Hugo Keenan, Finn Russell, Duhan van der Merwe, Thomas Ramos, Ange Capazzo, Marcus Smith, Dan Sheehan, Ben Earl are all the guys that are going to cost you the most amount of your precious little stars. Don't spend them fleetingly. Come on, you've got to get yourself a good team. So 20 stars is going to get you the best players in the Six Nations. You've got 120. So keep that in mind. You're going to have to get some cheapies somewhere along the way. Much like in the Rugby World Cup. There's no Prince Martins to save you here. Not in the Six Nations yet anyway. Maybe when it's the 10 Nations, Prince Martins will come and save your ass and get you points for a good cheapie player. So this is the sort of thing you're going to want to keep checking on after the squads are named and making sure before kickoff that your players are not injured in warm-up or something stupid like that. Yeah, it happened to us a lot during the Rugby World Cup as well. So here we go. Simply put, you want a back three, 2 wingers, a fullback, 2 fullbacks, 6 wingers. It doesn't matter what contribution of fullbacks or wingers it is. Back 3 players are all falling under the same umbrella these days. So for myself, I've gone with the 3 of the most expensive players you can possibly go for. Damien Pinot, James Lowe, and Duhan van der Merwe. You want points? You want a back 3 that's going to score lots of tries. But keep in mind, we are pre-release of the first lineups, and straight away you can slither this away to the screen as well and see round 1 is going to see France versus Ireland. Do we want to stick with Damien Pinot and James Lowe in a big tester like that? In the opposite section the other way, Scotland versus Wales. Tough matchup, you'd think, for the Welsh, but being at home will make it tough for Scotland. Duhan van der Merwe is a guy you'd expect to score points, but when he's playing teams that aren't Italy, will he get the points over the board? Or are you more reliably going to go with someone who is from one of those big 3 teams? That's what it's all about, so keep in mind those fixtures, home, away, and who they're up against. It's Italy versus England. Are you going to back many Italians in that one? I would probably doubt not. So this is just my primitive early days team. I think we're going to get a lot of changes before the Six Nations kicks off with France and Ireland this weekend. So my midfield, I've gone with Redpath and Archie. Redpath probably won't even start for the poor old Scots. Archie probably will, but again, against France, how much impact will he have with those other names in there as well? I've gone with a Welsh-Scottish combination in my halves. Gareth Davis, Finn Russell. I mean, I'm probably not going to go too far from that combination there. We do have a little bit of Italian flair with Cannoni at number 8, a big, powerful. I just like him. He's good, right? Ben Earl and Rory Darge are my other 2 back rowers. Scottish, English, I just like what they bring to the table. But again, do they start? Where's their impact? And again, Scotland v Wales, good. England v Italy, surely you've got to have 4 Englishmen in your team for the opening weekend. That's right, you have a team limit of 4 players per nation. So don't go pile up with 3 Irishmen along your back row and then not have anywhere else to put just that 1 extra guy. So you've got to remember, 4 players from each nation max for your team. Ollie Chisholm, Adam Baird, that's a second row, second Welshman. Whoa, I don't know what I'm thinking about myself here. Cyril Bai, Malvaka and Porter, they are my front row. Of course, 1 hooker, 2 props. It's not like the back 3. You've got to go with a specialist hooker in the middle of that pack as well. So that's a bit of a look at my starting 15. Now, unlike the Rugby World Cup, there's a little bit extra, just down the bottom here. Of course, a captain. So every match weekend, you will pick a captain who will get 2 times the points. So again, like it says, pick carefully because this guy is going to be crucial to your team's success. You also pick a super sub. Now be very careful with the super sub. This is the one you'll probably want to check out the most as the weekend nears. I've got Moefana to be my super sub. Now the thing is with the super sub, like it says down the bottom here, if, very, very, very important, if he comes off the bench in the real match, obviously that's what we're talking about here, he gets triple. That's right, 3 times the points. Otherwise, if you bugger up and you have him on the super sub and he starts, his points are halved. So, don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Look, this is an area I think maybe a prop could be quite impactful, or maybe a back rower as well, because typically hookers as well don't play the full match. Scrum halves don't play the full match. This could be a make or break for the top teams in this competition. So pick your super sub very, very carefully. And pick a guy you know who's going to play some good minutes. Yes, we know, we look and we see. Hookers, props, scrum halves are going to typically be substituted throughout the match, 50, 60 minutes or so, whereas some backline players don't get a chance to come on until either the game is won or it's very, very late in the 70 minutes. So that is a very, very, very important thing to take care of. But remember, he's got to come off the bench or it's slice and dice with your points and they're out the window, gone and halved. So that is a little tactical extra for this Six Nations fantasy competition. Get your team involved now. Don't mess around. I don't care. Throw the carrots away for now. Cook dinner later. Throw the cereal in the bin. You can get yourself another bowl. It's all about getting your Six Nations fantasy team sorted for this weekend. It's only got about 4 days or so until kickoff, so don't mess about. Throw the toaster in the bin. The kettle will still be hot in a couple of minutes. Get your fantasy team sorted for the Six Nations. Join our league. Make your team. Let us know who is going to be in your team as well. Join us on Discord. Join us in the streams during the week as well. And let us know your team for your fantasy weekend of Six Nations Rugby. That is it from me, though. I hope you will get involved and I hope you'll enjoy the rugby. Coming back finally this weekend of International Six Nations. Super Rugby not far away. I'm hoping maybe someone will be doing his fantasy league for that. Otherwise, we may have to stoop to the lows of Super Brew once more. We'll see. I will keep you all posted in the next couple of weeks on that one. But for now, it is Six Nations Rugby. And hope to see you all there as well. We will be streaming during the Six Nations competition. So if you do want to come and hang out with us on game day, we will try to do at least one of the matches per weekend. This weekend coming up will be, of course, France versus Ireland, the opening game of the Six Nations competition. So come join us on Twitch, Cornflake BTP, right there. You can find us to come and hang out, talk rugby, and do all sorts of fun stuff on stream as well. Until then, though, thank you all for tuning and watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you're looking forward to the Six Nations getting back underway like we all are here on the channel. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all this weekend. Take care.